where heaven and earth met, where the old and the new blended, where God's will and the devil combated one another. This is the destination for our visit today, the Judean desert around the city of Jericho and the place where Jesus was baptized.
In those days, Jesus came from Nazareth of Galilee and was baptized by John in the Jordan. And when he came up out of the water, immediately he saw the heavens open and the Spirit descending upon him like a dove. And a voice came from heaven, "Thou art my beloved Son, with thee I am well pleased."
Father, Jesus was baptized when he was about 30 years old. Where was he before that?
According to the Gospel, Jesus lived in Nazareth with Mary and Joseph, his parents, to whom he was obedient.
Mother, I need to tell you something.
What is that, my son? Tell me.
Mother, it is time for me to start the mission which my father has given me to accomplish. Hence, I have to go to the land of Judea and meet John there. I have heard that he is baptizing there at Enon.
My son, I'm coming with you.
You don't need to come with me, because after I meet John, I won't stay alone and pray to my father in the desert of Judah for some days.
If you had to stay some time there, then I had to prepare something for you to eat while you are there.
Don't worry about that. My food is to do the will of the one who sent me to finish his work.
After being baptized by John and having heard the heavenly voice, Jesus was led by the Spirit into the desert. There he stayed for 40 days and nights, fasting and praying to his heavenly Father. During his 40 days in the Judean desert, since he did not eat anything, Jesus was famished. Then Satan came to tempt him.
As you are now hungry, you need to eat. If you are the Son of God, command these stones to become loaves of bread.
One does not live by bread alone, but by every word that comes from the mouth of God.
The devil then took him to the holy city and set him on the parapet of the temple.
If you are the Son of God, throw yourself down, because it is written, "The angels of the Lord will bear you up, so you will not dash your foot against a stone."
Again, it is written, "Do not put the Lord your God to the test."
In the temptations of Jesus in the desert, the devil uses tactics and arguments that seem noble and admirable until you see the intentions and the ideas behind them. In order to succeed in his temptations, the devil uses contexts and situations which seem convincing. The sites where the temptations took place are part of his tactics to carry out his mission.
As we have seen before, Jesus stayed in the desert for 40 days. The Old Testament speaks of the people of Israel staying in the desert for 40 years. Is there any relation or similarity between them?
Certainly, we can see many similarities and relations between Jesus' 40 days in the desert and Israel 40 years in the desert of Sinai. So it was with temptations. Both Jesus and Israel were tempted in the desert. In both, the obedience to God's will was tried.
Is it because there are no burial places that Moses brought us out of Egypt? When we were there, we have all kind of food that we wanted, and we ate. Here, we and our children are dying of hunger. Why did Moses bring us out of Egypt?
Yes, it would have been better for us to stay in Egypt with our stomachs full than suffer here.
When we were in Egypt, our neighbors had their gods with them. We too need a god like theirs.
So why don't you make a god for ourselves? Let us collect all the gold we have and let us ask Aaron to make us a calf so we can see and worship.
Yes, this is very good. Let us go to our people and collect all the gold that we brought from Egypt.
Father, do some places commemorating the temptations of Jesus still exist?
The Carental monastery, built on the place considered by the Gospels as the highest mountain where Jesus suffered one of the temptations. And Christian tradition sets the place of the third temptation of Jesus on the cliff above the ancient city of Jericho. This cliff is known by the name of the Asmonean fortress of Dok, built there in the 2nd century BC.
During the 4th century of the Common Era, some Christian monks established a monastery in this place, incorporating the caves on the cliff overlooking Jericho. The name Quarantal is a mispronunciation of the Latin word quarantena, meaning 40, signifying the 40 days Jesus spent in the desert fasting and praying. Today it is the seat of a Greek Orthodox monastery and is visited by thousands of pilgrims who come from all over the world. The monastery can be approached from the outskirts of Jericho either by foot or by cable car. Within the monastery, one of the most interesting things to see is a rock, believed to be where Jesus sat when confronting Satan's temptations.
Do you see the beauty and splendor of all the kingdoms of the world? They belong to me. If you worship me, I will give it to you.
Go away, Satan, because it is written, worship the Lord your God and serve only him.
At this time, Satan was exasperated at Jesus' resistance to his temptation and left him with the intention of returning at another opportune time. On one hand, temptations can lead us into failure and discouragement. On the other hand, they can also be an opportunity to show our fidelity to God and to His will as Jesus did. The devil never stops tempting us. He only looks and waits for an opportune time. Therefore, we have to be constantly alert and watchful.